All right, we are looking at division in terms of partial quotients, but this is a very focused way. It's probably the best way to follow up the area model of multiplication. All right, here goes. First of all, the facts that most kids will know really well are 1, 2, and 5. So that's where we're starting. So we're going to start with the 7 because that's our divisor in this case. We're going to start with 7 times 1 because that equals 7. Then we're going to go to 7 times 10. That's 70. So there's an assumption here that that's what kids will know well. Then we're going to go to 7 times 100, which is 700. Notice I still have way more than 700 here. So I'm going to go down to 1,000 and recognize that that's 7,000. I can still subtract that. If I want to go to 10,000, I can, but you can see clearly that once I subtract 7,000, I've got something better I can handle. So I can literally start here. I can start up here at this point and subtract 7,000 if I want to. But now the catch here is I have to keep track of how many groups of 7 that I'm taking out. And in this case, I'm taking out 1,000 groups of 7. I'm going to be left with 2,542. So at this point, I can subtract 7,000 because I know that I don't have 7,000 left to subtract from. But I don't want to subtract 700 a bazillion times. So I'm going to go back up and think, what can I do? Another fact that I might know really well would be 7 times 2. I know that's 14. So 7 times 20 is going to be 140. So 7 times 200 is going to be 1,400. Oh, that's pretty close. I'm just going to subtract that. Not going to be worried too much about this. So I'm going to subtract 1,400, and I know I'm subtracting 200 groups of 7. What I'm going to end up with is 1,142. Now that's too much. So I can't take another 1,400 out. I can take 700 out though. So I'm going to subtract 700, which is 100 groups of 7. When I subtract 700 out, I know I have the 42 at the end. 11 minus 7, I know that that is 4. That's 4. So 442. Okay. I can't get 700 anymore. Wow, that's a lot of 140s to subtract out. So what's the one other fact that I know really well? It's typically going to be 5. So I'll have 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 50 is 350. Look at that. That's something I can work with. So now I'm going to subtract 350. When I subtract that, I certainly get a 2 here. I'm going to get 9. That works. But what did I forget? I need to be sure I write down my 50 groups of 7 that I subtracted. Now I'm going to back up again. Okay, that's too much. 140, too much, but I can subtract 70, which is 10 groups of 7. And I'm going to get 12 left over. No, I'm going to get 22 left over. My mistake. Okay, hopefully I know that 7 times 3 is 21. That would be great. Otherwise, I can subtract 14 and then subtract 7. But I'm going to go ahead and subtract 21 because I happen to remember that that was 3 groups of 7. I get 1 left over. That's going to be my remainder because I can't get another full group of 7 out of it. I can only get 1/7 of a group of 7, and that's where the remainder in the discussion of the fraction can come in. But the result is I can just add these up, and I can literally add from left to right, which is odd. We don't normally allow kids to do that, but I really can do that here. I can say 1,363. 1,363, remainder 1. And that's it.